Hello, everyone, and welcome to metroTV. I'm your host, Andy Hoig, CEO and publisher of Metro Magazine. We have a great show for you today. We have folks from Child Saving Institute, Open Door Mission, American Heart Association, and the Susan G. Komen Great Plains, talking about some wonderful events coming up. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back. I'm here with two amazing women from Susan G. Komen Great Plains, Karen Danu, the Chief Executive Officer, and Emily Paschal, a board member. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And we have this exciting event that has a new twist or a new name to it. It used to be Race for the Cure, and now there's something different.
Yes.
So talk to me about that.
Sure. So, after 25 years, you have to do something different. And this year, we're doing something a lot different. We're changing from a Race for the Cure to the More Than Pink Walk.
Okay.
We're walking. We're not running. And the focus of our event is, as always, to celebrate and to gather and recognize people that have been impacted by breast cancer, remember those that have been lost. And that's a wonderful occasion to celebrate and to gather for. But at the end of the day, what we really need to do is do more. And we want to be more than pink, and we want to fundraise. So that's our primary purpose of gathering and recognizing and remembering and fundraising.
So let's talk about the fundraising piece of that. What does that mean? I mean, I know what fundraising means, but in regards to this walk, how can people fundraise?
I think fundraising is the main goal of this event. It's our biggest fundraiser that we have throughout the year. In the 25 plus years, I think this will be the 26th year we've had an event like this, we've raised more than $9 million towards critical programs in our community. We work with local partners like One World, Charles Drew, the Visiting Nurse Association, but also some of that fundraising money goes towards critical research that's done at the national level to help us find a cure to this horrible disease.
So if I want to fundraise and be a part of this event, what can I do? I mean, what are the steps, action items I need to do?
Well, first thing you want to do is register at ComenGreatPlains.org. You can register yourself. You can be on a team. You can be on Emily's team running for research. And then you just ask people, because people give to people. They don't give to a cause. So I would ask you, Andy, would you donate to me on my Facebook page? That's an easy way to do it. Or you could have, just take Goodwill donations. Or there's very, very creative things that people do.
And can you, again, I love that because I love what you just said. People support people, and I mean, the cause is important, but a lot of times when we're out asking, to support whatever it may be, in this instance, it is, the walk, people do step up when you make that personal invitation to help. I love that.
I think it is also just driving that message home that the money stays here. And it's raised by people locally. It stays and supports critical access to education, screening, diagnosis, survivor support. So when I'm talking to those who are helping me fundraise, it's really giving those stories. And as a board member, I've had the chance to hear from a lot of the women and men who are impacted by our grants, and being able to share their stories goes a long way.
And the day of the event, I mean, this is like a huge event. This has always been a big event. So people, they sign up and they come out, and there's vendors to talk about educational things. It really isn't it's not just a walk. No. It's an event.
Yeah, and it's going to be a lot different this year too. Instead of having the race be the culmination of the event, we're actually starting the walk inside of Baxter Arena. everything is inside Baxter.
Okay.
So you come in, you meet our sponsors, you talk to the people that have been impacted by services from Komen, donors, and then on the floor of the arena, we're actually going to have several different tents where you can learn about how Komen is involved because of donor dollars in research and in care and in action, especially advocacy, policy changes that are necessary. We're going to have a big tent that talks about where you can leave pictures of people that have been lost to the disease, a remembrance tent.
Yeah.
And our opening ceremonies are going to be vibrant, exciting, very colorful, more than pink. And we're very excited to introduce this new program into the community.
I'm really excited. So how long is the walk? I mean, it used to be like a 5K. Is
Yeah.
it still a 5K?
Oh no, it's 1.25 miles.
1.25 miles, which anybody can do
Yes.
that. And it doesn't matter
Yep.
what physical level, you're showing up in support of this organization and for those you love.
Yep.
All right, so again, let's talk about the website.
Yeah, ComenGreatPlains.org
Okay.
to register. The event is October 6th at Baxter Arena. Starts and ends at Baxter. We'd love for you all to come out and fundraise and support the people that are impacted by this disease, and then look to the future where we have cures for this disease and other cancers.
And what time does it start at? I mean, what time?
Yeah, so the Baxter will open at 7, and opening ceremonies are at 9:15, and you don't want to miss the opening ceremonies.
All right, I will be there.
I know you will.
And I will be taking photos, and I'll do some Facebook Live stuff. But
Awesome.
yeah, absolutely be there at this event. It's a signature event, and it's an epic event. So I want to thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thanks for your support.
You're welcome, and we will be right back. Well, welcome back. I'm here with Sarah Conaway. She is representing the American Heart Association, a stroke survivor and volunteer. Sarah, thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you for having me.
So I love having somebody sitting across from me. I know nothing about you. So just tell me a little bit of your journey and why you're here and volunteering for the American Heart Association.
Sure. Well, my heart is definitely to spread awareness about stroke, and especially at younger ages, because I was only 34
Wow.
when I had my strokes, which is much younger than most people imagine. And I was very fortunate because I was in the emergency room with my then 3-year-old daughter at Children's Hospital when I had my first
Wow.
stroke. And so that was divine intervention if I've ever seen it. And so I was taken next door to Children's Hospital where I ended up or next door to Methodist Hospital,
Yeah.
where I ended up spending the next 5 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
In rehab, relearning activities of daily living that we all take for granted on a daily basis, walking, talking, and then I did outpatient therapy for, gosh, I'm actually still in speech therapy.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been an amazing journey.
And as a young mother, so you were at Children's Hospital, something was going on with your child.
Yes.
And this happened as a young mother, just totally out of the blue, right?
Yes, and actually nothing was wrong with my daughter that night, but her earache saved my life.
Wow.
So
don't you just,
yes.
I don't know, yeah.
It gives me
Divine
tingles.
intervention
Yes.
is, I believe in that 100%.
Me
So,
too.
So as you went through your journey, and then, like you said, you were in the hospital for weeks or months? Weeks.
Weeks.
Okay.
Like 5 weeks.
Yeah. And then you're here. So we're, one of the events coming up on the 24th, correct?
Yep, September 24th.
The Omaha Go Red for Women Expo that we've been involved with, me personally in Metro Magazine, and I will be there that night. I'm so excited.
Me too.
It really, it brings awareness, and it's all about awareness and raising funds for women, because sometimes a lot of the health stuff that kind of happens with either a stroke or a heart attack, it comes on like that.
It does. Heart disease is actually the #1 killer of women, and most people don't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, more so than all kinds of cancers.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so important to raise awareness, and that's why the Go Red event exists. I mean, it's been going on for over 10 years to help spread awareness, and the volunteers that help also raise money and funds to spread awareness all over the country.
Because I also feel like, with the American Heart Association, especially for this event, it really, there's a lot of vendors there because there's an expo as well, letting us know kind of the preventative stuff. I mean, what can we be doing for ourselves before something potentially happens, and how can we take care of ourselves in that way?
Sure. Everything from eating healthy to exercising, all the things that we know that we should be doing, but really taking into account that there's a reason that we're doing those. It's not just to fit into a certain size pants. It's to be healthy, and it has a reason.
So what have you, I learned is not what I actually want to ask the question, but how are you spreading the word, and what are you doing in your daily life as you kind of move forward, and what happened to you?
Sure. Well, I have actually partnered with 2 other stroke survivors that live here locally in Omaha. We call ourselves the Stromies, the Stroke Homies, and we are spreading awareness along with the American Heart Association that strokes can happen at any age. You don't have to be an old person to have a stroke, but that's the stigma that surrounds it. And so we are all younger stroke survivors, and one of our Stromies had a heart attack, and another one had holes in her heart. And so, I mean, definitely a big part of our journey. And so being volunteers for the American Heart Association has been a really great opportunity.
And any kind of advice or any, if things are happening in your body, what should you take notice of?
Definitely. Little things. Everything is worth getting checked out, and you would rather have a emergency room or a doctor tell you that you're healthy and it's nothing, because we have so many stories we've heard about people where they're like, oh, I wish I had gotten checked for this, or I did have this symptom but I didn't know it was related to this, and so it's definitely worth it. Yeah,
and just sometimes we just I'm not gonna, I've got too many things to deal with, I'm gonna push it over here.
Yes.
So how can we sign up for attend the event?
Yes. Okay, you can do it online. It's www.heart.org/Omaha Go Red.
Okay.
And you can sign up to volunteer, like me, I'll be there. You can attend, and like you said, there'll be vendors.
Yeah.
It's lots of fun.
It's a great event, and wear red. I love this event. There's so many women in red, and it just really shows the support of our community around this important mission and important message that,
Definitely.
you know what, there are signs, but also there's the prevention piece as well. So
Right, yes, since this started, over 90% of the people in the Omaha area now know about heart disease and stroke. So, I mean, awareness is spreading, and that's the important part.
yeah, for sure. Sarah, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And sharing your story. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. And we will be right back. Well, I'm here with Peg Harriet, President and CEO of Child Saving Institute. Peg, thank you for joining me.
I'm delighted to be here, and what a fun thing to talk about today.
I know. First of all, Child Saving Institute, CSI, doing so many wonderful things in the community. So let's talk about that first, and then we'll talk about this really amazing event you have coming up.
Sounds great.
Yeah. So
The mission of Child Saving Institute is simply responding to the cry of children. And we're focused on the prevention, intervention, and healing of child abuse and neglect. Serve about 2,600 individuals, kids, and families through 14 programs, including child care and foster care and shelter and a whole bunch of other things as well.
yeah. So when did CSI, when was the start of that? You've been here for how many years?
A long time, 1892. So we've
Wow.
been in the community for 127 years.
Oh my goodness. And again, you're doing so many important things for children, and you get the community involved. I know a lot of people support you through a lot of your different programs.
Right.
What are some ways that people can support you? Like what programs do you have?
Well, almost all of our programs depend on some level of philanthropy support, and we couldn't do it without the philanthropists. Even when we have a contract that maybe covers a little bit of the funding, it doesn't cover all of the
Right.
funding. And so every single one of our programs is dependent on strong community support.
And I'm kind of going back because I've been doing this, Metro Magazine and all that for like 30 years. What is you have a heart program? You have a heart
Gallery, it's finding adoptive homes for
Okay.
kids that have been, their parental rights have been terminated. I call that being orphaned by the government.
Because they kind of, like when they're like at a certain age.
Well,
Or-
it can be any age,
Okay.
but really the kids that are waiting for homes, for forever homes, tend to be your older kids, or tend to be brothers and sisters together, coming
Okay.
together. And the NebraskaHeartGallery.org is a place that you can go and learn about the kids that are
Okay.
looking for a forever home.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about a little bit. You've got an event coming up called Personalities, which I love this event. And it's been around for how many years?
I think this is our 11th year.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And it clearly has a wonderful speaker. Dr. Fryman's going to be speaking. Some call him the child whisperer, but
Okay.
he's really known for helping families with bedtime troubles and potty training troubles.
Yeah.
He works through Boys Town and Creighton. He goes out and talks all over the country, and we're lucky to have him right here coming to Personalities. So it's definitely about a speaker who will be wonderful, but it's also about the purses.
It is.
It is. There's purse raffle and purse auction.
Okay, so we have some purses here. So let's talk about this one first.
Okay.
We're going to do the bling
The
second.
bling second. All right.
Yeah.
So my uncle actually had the connection here, and it's with a designer from Colombia.
Okay.
And it's a designer bag. Indulcia is the name of it. Full leather, nice cloth, shiny inside. Also has an inside bag that goes
Love
with
that.
it, with the appropriate things. So pretty cool that we've never had one from Columbia before
Yeah.
that is a full leather designer bag and kind of shiny,
Yes.
particularly on the back. Pretty cool. So this will be on the silent auction.
Okay. And how many purses do you have on the silent auction?
We think
typically?
40 plus
Okay.
packages.
And they're
purse
amazing.
packages.
I mean, they're so much fun. So silent auction, these types of purses. But we've got this beautiful
Bling,
one
yes.
from Borsheim's.
Yes, Borsheim's has donated this for our raffle, and it's a Judith Lieber bag, obviously very beautiful. Retail value is $2,600.
Can I hold it?
Oh, yeah. Let it sparkle.
So pretty. And again, raising funds and awareness for CSI, Child Saving Institute. What is the date of the event? Because it's coming up in October,
It's
correct?
October 2nd
Okay.
at the Downtown Hilton. Folks can go to our website, www.childsaving.org, to get table, get tickets, make a donation, or call 553-6000 and ask to speak to Grace in Development, and she'll take care of you.
Okay. You have a lot of other events throughout the year. So in the last kind of minute or two, what are those other ones? Because I mean, this is a big one coming up October 2nd, but you do have some things coming up around the
We do.
holidays, and then you have your big one in May.
Right,
So-
right. So the next one coming up is Substitute Santa, and it's an opportunity for folks in the community to help us help families celebrate Christmas or the holidays with their children. We do it a little differently, but definitely donations of cash, donations of toys, donations of gift cards all get used to help the kids during the holidays.
Yeah.
We have the gifts come from the parents, not from CSI, because we're also all about supporting families.
Absolutely. And then your big one in
May, Mother's Day weekend is Cabaret,
Yeah.
where we have a comedian come in. Don't
Yes.
have the comedian that I can say yet, but
Yeah.
yeah,
But
that
stay
will be a big
tuned.
one.
Stay tuned.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
All right, again, let's talk about the website. Where can people buy tickets to Personalities with this beautiful purse?
Yes, www.childsaving.org.
Okay, October 2nd. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, I love it. I love the opportunity to talk about such a wonderful
Yeah.
event, and always it's great to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. So don't go away. We will be right back. Well, I am here with Candace Gregory, President, CEO of the Open Door Mission. Candace, thank you so much for joining me again.
Thank you for having me. This is just a highlight of my day, truly. Just
Yeah.
sharing about the Open Door Mission and the lives that are being changed through the support of the community.
Yeah. So many people do support the Open Door Mission, and you've got this gala coming up.
It's
So
our annual event.
let's talk about it.
I know. We only do it once a year because we plan all year for it.
Right.
It takes a lot of energy. We could not do it without volunteers that are making these fabulous baskets for the silent auction. Other volunteers are working on assembling our live auction. We have a fabulous program planned with just a transformational story of a life being changed. And it's a one time a year where you get together and
Yeah.
celebrate.
So it's called Love Your Neighbor Gala. What
is.
year is this that you've done this?
This is our 65th year.
Are you
Not
serious?
our 65th year of doing a gala,
Okay.
but 65 years of serving the hungry and the
Wow.
homeless, the poverty-stricken, those that are abused and addicted. You know, anyone can come through the doors at the Open Door Mission and be served. And it's a wide, very vulnerable population that comes through
Yeah.
our door to just get a meal, but then they take advantage of all the other things that we offer.
And how long have you been involved?
You know, this is my 25th year.
Okay. Oh
I
my
started
gosh.
when I was 9.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You know, and everybody says, gosh, doesn't it get old or don't you get tired? But every day is different in the nonprofit world.
Yeah.
And so my life would be really easy if I just had to serve the homeless. It's all the other stuff that comes along with that.
Yeah.
That's difficult.
Yeah, and I have to say, Candace, you're like one of the most passionate kind of executive presidents. I mean, I just love getting together with you because your passion just shines through your eyes. I mean, it's just
really
amazing.
believe in what we do.
Yeah.
I really see the lives changed. I really see the empowerment. And this may look just like a basket of Coke that's for a year's supply to somebody, but it's providing meals and care for someone. Where else could you name a sign after someone you love, maybe an honor or memorial?
Talk about that.
Well, we have on our campus, which is a 4-city block radius, we have this lane that runs right through behind the Lydia House, in between the Timberlake Outreach Center. 1,000 people probably drive by it every day.
Yeah.
And we just thought, you know what a great way to name something in honor and memory and then have the sign. And so this family actually won it in the live auction last year.
Okay.
I just took it off today. And so I'm gonna, at the night of the gala, deliver it to them.
And so somebody can actually then do the next year?
That's right. So
Okay.
up for grabs is this coming year.
Oh my gosh.
And you can put whatever name you want, and then at the end of the year, we'll take it off and give it to you to keep for a keepsake. It's fun.
Oh my gosh.
It's fun.
I have ideas going through my head about that. So let's talk, when is the gala?
The gala is Thursday, September 28th.
Okay.
The silent auction starts in the 5 p.m., I believe, doors
Okay.
open. Program and everything, live auction starts at 7 p.m. You know, we are so grateful. Our tickets are only $10 because we have so many event sponsors. So I know that people support so many worthy charities in the community, but who has $100 every night? But this is only 10.
Oh my goodness. How can people buy tickets?
Please go to our website at opendoormission.org, click on our event, and you can find out all kinds of ways you can be involved.
And in our last kind of minute or so, looking for volunteers.
We are
I mean, you're always looking for volunteers.
always.
Yeah.
We actually, if you go to our website, we not only have everyday volunteer opportunities, but all kinds of holiday volunteer opportunities. And the day of this event, maybe you can't come in the evening, but you can help set up.
Yeah. All right, website one more time.
opendoormission.org, click on the event button. If you want to be a volunteer, click on the volunteer button.
Okay.
If you're under the event button, you'll see that it's not too late. You can bring your family, your friends, your coworkers, your church friends, and you could really come and just celebrate with us. 65 years of lives being changed.
No. Thank you so much for everything you do in the
Thank you for
community.
your support and the opportunity to just be an advocate for the community.
You're welcome. All right, this event, September 28th.
Yeah, Thursday.
Thursday, September 28th. So be there, donate, volunteer. And
That's
again,
right.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we will be right back. Well, thank you for joining me today. And if you want more information, go to spiritofomaha.com about Metro Magazine or like us on Facebook, Metro Magazine, all one word. And we will see you back here next week.